This is Venezuela. In the 1980s, it had one of the strongest economy. Even to this day, it has one of the biggest oil deposits in the world. In the 80s and 90s up to 2000, the oil was bringing in so much money that Hugo Chavez, when he came in, he turned the country into a socialist state. And he started giving away free things, free education, free housing, free healthcare, everything free to the people. That kept the poor people happy. And when it kept the poor people happy, he blinded them with all the free gifts. And then he went around the back and took over private businesses, everything that was good and big, like cement factory and everything. He compromised the justice system. He placed his own cronies in there. He compromised the electoral system and he placed his own cronies in electoral office. He placed his own people in charge of the army. He placed his own people in charge of the police. And he compromised the entire system that was in place to give checks and balance to the country. After 2014, when he died, he appointed his right-hand man, Nicolas Maduro, to take over. When he took over, the country after 2014 went into hyperinflation. So bad that $1 was 500,000 Venezuela money. It was that bad that almost 7 million people left the country. They ran away. They went to nearest Colombia. They went to other countries. They went to America. They started migrating, running away from a country that was collapsing. The inflation went 20,000%. 20,000%. Can you believe that? 20,000%. A whole chicken was bought with 10 million. To buy a packet of bread, people had to push a wheelbarrow loads of money. The money was that useless that people started getting all the notes and they started making bags out of it. It was that useless, you cannot even afford to buy a food. People started eating rotten meat to survive. People with money got out of the country fast. Even political cronies, the kids and their families, they left the country, while poor people suffered. They started protesting. When they started protesting, the army was in the government's pocket. So they started bashing up people, killing people. So people could not even protest. When they wanted to appoint the new president, the Supreme Court was in his pocket. So they threw out the new candidate. They removed him, placed Nicolas Maduro back in. Corruption caused all of that. People suffered. The country is in hyperinflation. We are seeing this in Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea right now, no matter how much the government wants to downplay it, the inflation level is now over 100%. Still climbing. When you as a government compromise the system that should give check and balance to our system, you are going to destroy a country. Political greed caused this beautiful country to go into ruin. And we as a country, when we tolerate greed, political greed destroys good countries. And I am seeing that in Papua New Guinea. People want to be in power, and greed for power is driving our country down. Our system are compromised because of corruption. Corruption has been so bad that all the systems that's supposed to be in place to give checks and balance to our country is compromised. And when you compromise a country, you destroy a country. And when you destroy a country, people revolt. When people revolt, you burn down the entire country to the ground. Do not compromise the system that supports the lifeline of a country. When you compromise it, you are going to destroy the lives of the people. And you're going to destroy a beautiful country. Be careful practicing corruption. Greed for political power drives you mad. You will ruin a beautiful country that your kids and your grandkids are supposed to grow up in. Do not make Papua New Guinea another Venezuela. Please.